Sponsored by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, the NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for being here, folks. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, they're currently holding on to the best record in the league. Not the conference, the league. They've been head and shoulders above the competition this season. So now that the Big Three era in Miami is officially over, where will they go down in the NBA history books, Shaq?
Let's see. Since the Big Three era made it to the finals 4 consecutive times, I'm going to have to go with Ernie, maybe top 5. The only teams that are better are Jordan's Bulls, Shaq's Lakers, Magic's Lakers, Bird's Celtics are all better. However, the number 1 spot will never be taken away are Russell Celtics. They're still the best.
That does it for us for now. Kevin Harlan standing by with the call, and we'll see you guys next time.
Everyone is in their seat and buckled in at the American Airlines Arena as the Heat look to grab a win here in Miami. Looking at San Antonio, they took the win in their last game against the Memphis Grizzlies. And that result, guys, was a real shocker. It was just about as complete a dominant performance as we've seen them.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the court for San Antonio. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. Splitter. The shot is off. And it's Miami the other way. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
It was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. Parker passes to Duncan. The feed to Splitter. Stolen by Bosch. Dragic kicks to Bosch. Passes it to Deng. Outside Dragic. Bosch, a screen on Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Deng. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Well, if you remember early in Eric Spoelstra's head coaching career, when he was new and the big three were assembled, there was some people questioning Spoelstra's command, maybe even within the team. Those questions are long gone now. He has become an excellent head coach.
Here's Duncan following the score by Luol Deng. Duncan with the bucket.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Wade dishes to Dragic. Wade sets the pick for Dragic. Back to Wade. He feeds it to Dragic. Outside Bosch. Floats one. Rebounded by the Spurs. Parker with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Memphis.
And when you talk about his scoring, Kevin, I mean, with the defense trying to pressure him, I thought he did a really nice job of getting them to overcommit. And you know, that's how he got himself to the free throw line.
Splitter, that's good.
Nice touch near the hoop.
He'd have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Parker against Dragic. Wade, a screen on Parker. Dragic the pass to Wade. Duncan with the block. Outside Green. Bosch against Parker. There's the dish to Anderson. Kicks it to Splitter. Outside Green. Parker outside. Count that one. Parker's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Wade kicks to Whiteside. Wade drives in. Out to the wing. There's Dragic with the 3. The basket good off the assist from Wade.
This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Parker dishes to Duncan. Feeds it to Anderson. Duncan with a screen on Deng. Here's Anderson. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the game. The Heat trail by 3. Deng passes to Bosch. Wade outside. Back to Bosch. Green with the rebound.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
I asked him what they needed to key in on defensively, and he said, well, we've got to limit penetration by Tony Parker. He's really the, quote, head of the snake, and with his floater, he doesn't need to get all the way to the rim to score. It's crucial that we do our best to keep him outside the lane. Guys, that's no easy assignment. We'll see how much success they have defensively.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Deng. That's good. Green's got his first 2 points.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Here's the screen. Bosch heads the pick for Wade. Inside to Bosch. It's stolen by Green. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Dragic. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Can't cash in from close range. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 12-3 run.
Well, it just seems there's something about lefties. I mean, whether it's Ginobili, James Harden, or the Dragon. That's Goran Dragic. Defenders seem to have a tough time getting on that left hand of those kinds of players and don't typically adjust well to keeping those guys out of the paint.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And Dragic, a great slasher, just 6'3", but he does a terrific job of finishing through contact and around bigger defenders. Not a big-time dunker, but he uses his quickness to get to the rim.
San Antonio making a switch here. Honors checked in.
You get a chance here to take a look at Goran Dragic's numbers. He's definitely been getting the job done since the All-Star break. He's around 18 points per game, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Yeah, how valuable a player he is for them, Steve. Scores are always valuable. He gives them such a reliable option every time they have the ball.
And the wide open shot from Green. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Green's got 5 points so far. And Dragic can certainly score the basketball, but also a playmaker.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's an excellent pick-and-roll operator, whether it's scoring or finding a teammate out of the pick-and-roll set.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
Spurs leading by 6. Now Parker, averaging 19 points per contest. It's Anderson with the drive. Here's Green. Another one falls for San Antonio.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
That was an impressive defensive performance. The athleticism, the intensity, the energy, really shutting their opponent down.
And, Steve, that was reflected in their block total. I mean, they were extremely disruptive, equal parts hustle, muscle, and smarts.
The Heat trail by 8. Wade outside. The pass to Dragic. Blocked. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. Here's Anderson. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. Anderson's got 5 now.
They're really Struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
And they've been on fire offensively as a result, Clark.
Wade a screen on Parker. Dragic with it. Now Green defending. They get a hand on it. He's got a clear path. The finish. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Something else I've liked out of this team today is how they've pressured the ball handler, really forcing turnovers.
And the first one at the line is good.
Even as the Spurs continue to grow older, it's really hard to write them off. I mean, it's incredible how long this team has been ruling the roost in the West and contending for championship.
The Heat making a switch here. Nick Roberts has checked in. And guys, you know, if you look at the dominance for the Spurs, they have found younger players like Kawhi Leonard, for instance, Steve, to keep them on top.
Yeah, and then Popovich does such a good job of preserving their veterans, keeping their minutes down and resting them for the playoffs. So Popovich and the Spurs really kind of wrote the book on managing the regular season.
Right there, we saw Bosh opened up space for the shooter. Well done.
Here's Mills. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Green against Wade. Dishes to Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Mills. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They've been strong here in the early going, Kevin. Very effective from inside.
Napier, who's checked in for the Heat. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Boris Diaz checked in for Splitter. Like you were saying, going strong inside, building a strong lead here in the first.
And the confidence factor is a big part of that, Kevin. Taking that ball inside, you get high-quality shots, you get conversions, you keep pressure on the defense, and it just continues to build on itself.
Here's Napier. 11-point game his last outing. Bosh, the screen. Here's Napier. To the left side wing. Dragic against Green. Dragic kicks to Napier. And he gets it to go.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Spurs leading by 11. And here's Mills. Right now averaging 11 points a game. He kicks it to Green. Pass to Bonner. Looking for Anderson. He gets it there. Shot clock at 6. Block shots, a stat that's... sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
And I think when you look at Hakeem Olajuwon, I mean, the numbers show that he was a phenomenal defensive player. 3,830 career blocks, 2-time defensive player of the year. And I think you put him alongside greats like Bill Russell, who played before blocks were actually recorded, of course, but you put Olajuwon up near Russell in terms of maybe greatest interior defenders of all time. Well, the Miami Heat, since the Big Three assembled, have been a polarizing team. Some fans rooted for them, others rooted against them. Either way, they've been an incredible story for the league and have become just a huge... draw around the NBA.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Heat. Manu Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio. Joseph comes in for Green. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And now with the Big Three era coming to an end, Miami now perhaps one of the more hated teams around the NBA, but Clark, they are still at the forefront of the league scene in the East.
And while they might have lost bunch of the bandwagon fans, by no means is this team finished with being a title threat. There's just too much talent on this roster, and for the first time in a long time, they might enjoy being viewed as underdogs.
Here's Mills, following the score by Lou Aldeng. Diaw, the screen, and Ginobili. Here we go, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
Here's Napier, averaging 8 points a game. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Splitters checked in for San Antonio. The Heat shooting their first free throw this game.
Well, you take a look at the numbers, guys. They're shooting 74% on the season.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Here's Mills. Pass to Joseph. He dishes it to Diaw. Puts up the baby hook.
Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, that didn't go down, but those are exactly the plays coaches like to see.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Well, he's right there at about 71% from the line this season. Probably somewhere below where he'd like to be.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
He misses the free throw.
And you can see in this game how aggressive they've been. I mean, that's created a lot of opportunities at the line for him.
And Miami making a change here. Haslam's checked in. He can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. Outside Dang. Haslam can't get it to go.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Here's Mills. Passes to Diaw. Here's Splitter. Miami grabs the miss. Outside Dang. And there's the feed to Dragic. Back to Dang. Fades away. Tries again. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
The Heat have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Chris Anderson, the Birdman, has been a great fit in Miami, and I think they got a steal in this veteran big man. I mean, he's got tremendous bounce. He bangs the glass. He's a rim protector, and he finishes with force and finesse sometimes.
Now, here's Diaw, averaging 8 points a game. Passes it to Joseph. Ginobili outside. Mills with it. Here's Diaw. Mills dishes to Splitter. And Joseph kicks to Ginobili. He feeds it to Diaw. Back to Ginobili. Dragic with some nice D. The Heat trail by 7. There's the dish to Haslam. 1:06 left in the first quarter. Napier passes to Haslam. Inside. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Haslam.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Now here's Ginobili. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Memphis. And here's Miami. They're on an 11-3 run. It's Dragic with the drive. That is good.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Here's Mills. Kicks it to Splitter. Feeds it to Joseph. Spurs working the ball around now. Shot's good by Mills.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
Here's Napier. He has 5. The pass to Dragic. Here's Anderson. Crops in the layup for 2. Anderson's got 6.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Spurs. They're up by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Coming up next Sunday night, April 5th, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. Don't miss out.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
The Heat trail by 4. On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Mills and Manu at the guards. Bellinelli is out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Baines in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to Napier. Bosch, the screen. Diaw with the steal, and here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break. And here's Mills for 3. The shot is off, and it's Miami the other way.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Here's Napier. Outside Dan. There's the 3. And that one's good. Tang's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Heat.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Baines dishes to Mills. Fires, high post, and the shot is good. Mills has got 8 points.
And it was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Bosch, that's the pick for Wade. San Antonio with the rebound.
You know, the Spurs culture, really an example for the entire league, and you have to give a lot of credit to head coach Greg Popovich. And he demands accountability and execution while at the same time balancing that with a really great sense of humor and an authentic interest in his players as people, and that goes a long way. And he's got a great leadership team around him, his owner and the general manager. They've been a terrific trio for almost 2 decades now.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Boris Coach Dial grew up idolizing Magic Johnson and obsessed with passing. And close friend Tony Parker said he didn't care about stats. He was always so unselfish. After being waived by Charlotte for refusing to score more points, Dial has found a fit with the Spurs. He said, quote, "It was always the team that made the most sense." Kevin?
He had Tony there telling him about their philosophy, Doris. Great run. Great run. Thank you. Here's Napier. 5 points in the game. Dishes it to Haslam. Outside Bosch. Just 4 to shoot. From 17 feet out, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Bosch has got 4 points now in the quarter. Coach Greg Popovich really gets to know his players and his coaches, Steve. The staff goes on a retreat every offseason where they hang out, watch tape, and brainstorm ideas.
Yeah, I actually attended one of those off-season retreats a few summers back, and it was fascinating watching tape with the entire staff, talking about their team. What a great experience.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Chris Bosh in some ways has been the overlooked, underrated member of the Big Three in Miami, but extremely valuable. A nice complimentary scorer and understated defensively. But with LeBron gone now, he becomes more of a focal point offensively.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Whiteside comes in for Udonis Haslem. And Josh McRoberts subbed in for Luol Deng. Now here's Parker. He kicks it to Bellinelli. Duncan, the pass to Parker. Duncan with the screen for Parker. He got right to the cup using that screen. Parker's got 5 points so far. And Chris Bosh posted up a lot more, it seemed, to Clark in Toronto and Miami. It become primarily a face-up threat.
And I think that's where he's most comfortable, Kevin. More of a slender build. He takes advantage of his quickness more than his strength, so facing up is really where he's been most effective.
San Antonio leading. Parker outside. And he finishes nicely on the layup. He's got 7.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
For Miami, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Wade against Ginobili. And it's Wade penetrating. Shot is no good. Good work defensively by Ginobili.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Pass to Bellinelli. In the corner, it's Ginobili. Now the feed to Parker. Parker left side. The 10-footer. Miami grabs the miss.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
Ball's knocked loose. Ginobili with the steal. Parker outside. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Duncan. And he gets it to go. Duncan's got his second bucket.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
And he gets it to go. 8 points for Chris Bosh.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Spurs leading by 3. Parker kicks to Ginobili. Pass to Bonner. He feeds it to Bellinelli. Parker dishes to Ginobili. That drops. It comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists in the game. The Heat have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Timeout called, the Heat.
You know, he wants to tinker a little bit, and he's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable, and wanted to talk it over.
Green is checked in for Bellinelli. Now Whiteside. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And then Bosh with the jam. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Here's Ginobili. The Heat getting the bucket. The dish now to Bonnie. Kicks it to Green. Clock at 6. Duncan, the pass to Green. No good on the triple.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I wouldn't bet against him in that situation next time.
Here's Napier. Rejected by Ginobili. They get it back. Wade kicks to Napier. Second shot opportunity. Into Green. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
So it's Miami now after the basket by San Antonio. Here's Napier, covered by Parker. Made that one on the move. Tough shot. Napier's got 7 points in the game.
That's a nice hoop for a guy that typically doesn't score a lot.
Spurs leading by 3. Parker outside. And Ginobili. Here we go. And the wide open shot from Green. Green missing again.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Unloads from 9. Green with the block, but he recovers it. Here's Napier, guarded by Green. Mick Roberts dishes to Bosh. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. First quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
Now here's Parker. He's got 7. Duncan with a screen on Wade. Ginobili the pass to Duncan. Missed inside.
Great job right there to body him up and affect the trajectory of that shot.
Yeah, that was definitely a forced miss, Clark. He couldn't get off the shot he wanted.
It's Parker with the drive. And it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Well, the Spurs clearly an influential organization in the NBA. So many individuals who's worked in San Antonio, whether it be as players, assistant coaches, or in the front office, have gone on to leadership roles on other NBA teams. I think that speaks volumes to what that group has been able to do in winning at a high level.
And here is Parker. San Antonio calls timeout. Chris Bosh really making a difference here.
He just continues to light him up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
And the Heat with some changes. Anderson comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Dragic in for Chris Bosh. San Antonio also making some changes. Diao comes in for Matt Bonner. And it's Anderson in for Manu Ginobili. Miami on defense. It's Parker with the drive. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Parker's got 9. Miami trailing. There's the screen. Napier kicks to McRoberts. Made with it. A 17-point game for him in the win against Detroit.
You know what was great, too, Kevin, was the way he balanced getting his own shots and making plays for others.
Parker dishes to Duncan. The baseline J, and he gets it to go. Now it's a 3-point Spurs lead. For Miami, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. It's stolen by Duncan. Anderson outside. Feeds it to Duncan. And there's the pass to Parker. Back to Duncan. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Luol Deng is checked in for Dwayne Wade. Mills, he's checked in for the Spurs. The Spurs have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. Free throw good, Duncan.
Well, Tim Duncan, when asked about his retirement plans right after the 2013 finals, refused to dignify the question with the response. But last season's Spurs run answered loudly enough.
Napier kicks to Anderson. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Diao, the pass to Parker. Duncan with the screen for Parker. Top of the key, Duncan. Back to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. That's good. Parker's got 8 points in the quarter. And for Duncan and the Spurs, year after year, people write him off. And, Steve, they keep proving him wrong.
It's incredible. I mean, I think I wrote them off 4 years ago, and here they are continuing to just be an elite team in the NBA. And Duncan, one of the big reasons for it. He seems to get better and better, and he loves the game. He continues to stay in great shape and compete. Who knows how long he'll go.
And the Heat call time here. At this point of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all 3 of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question. Right. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. Look at Steve. He has a Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
And the Spurs making a change here. Baines is checked in. And now look at the teams that have shot the ball the best over the course of the last month. Number 1, the Spurs.
Yeah, Kevin, it's been a long month for anybody who plays these guys. I mean, they've been shooting the lights out, and it's been game after game after game. Parker against Dragic.
Here's Napier. He has 7 to end the run.
That's the way you play defense. He saw the hop step a mile away and got in the path to disrupt it.
Spurs leading by 8. And Mills kicks to Parker. Pass to Diao. Dishes it to Mills. Takes the 3. Can't get it to go. And the Heat going the other way now. Rockets the pass to Napier. 1:21 left now here in the second. He kicks it to Dang. They set the pick, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That foul is really going to hurt him in the second half. I mean, he's got to sit and may have to be off the floor for a long time, and they'll miss everything he brings to their team. I mean, he's active, he's aggressive, he's smart, he's tough. I mean, they're going to miss his presence significantly.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Josh McRoberts. And San Antonio also making a switch. Joseph's checked in. Here's Mills. He's got 8. Pass to Joseph. On the wing, Green. Spurs passing it around. 6 to shoot. Here's Mills. He's guarded by Dragic. Shot's good by Mills. Mills has got 10 points.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
Napier kicks to Dragic. Tipped away. Stolen by Joseph. Now Mills. He's got 10. Now here's Joseph. The feed now to Mills. He dishes it to Baines. Passes it to Mills. 5 on the clock. Kicks it to Diao. Anderson with the block. And here is Dang. 9 points in the game so far. Got a piece of it. And oh, here we go. Joseph's got it. The fast break chance. Over in the corner, Green. The 3 from Mills. And no good. To get that one. And we finished one half of basketball. Spurs out in front. They score 11 straight to finish off the period. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Eric Spoelstra. And, Coach, tell us what you want to see change in the second half.
Well, the most important thing is taking care of the ball. We have to get shots against this team. They did such a great job of taking care of the ball, possession game. We had 3 or 4 sloppy ones, gave us some life.
Eric, thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball. Now the third quarter about to get going.
Bosh played a great quarter of basketball. He's got 14 points and 1 steal.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate the all-around effort that he's put in here today.
The numbers tell the story, Steve. He is filling up just about every column of that box sheet.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Chris Bosh in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
Seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
On the perimeter, Wade and Dang. Whiteside is out there with Chris Bosh, and it's Dragic in at the 1. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
Goran Dragic, nicknamed Goji, grew up in Slovenia. His mom played hoops. His dad played soccer. Goji started out playing soccer, but when he hurt his leg, his mom said, no more of that pitch stuff. You're going to the round ball and the hardwood. So he went to basketball, and I'd have to say it's worked out pretty well. Good call by Mom on that, too.
San Antonio leading by 8. Parker outside. He feeds it to Duncan. Duncan left side. Can't hit from 12. And back to Dragic. He said, Steve, that the soccer background may have helped his footwork.
I think that's true in almost every case, Kevin. When you see a former soccer player on the basketball field, it's not just the footwork, but it's the vision, it's the anticipation. I think the game really translates. You saw it with Steve Nash and Tony Kukoc. You see it with Dragic now.
Here's Dang. There's the dish to Dragic. The pass to Whiteside. Dragic kicks to Bosh. The ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And it's the Heat with the ball, trailing here by 8. Dang attacking.
Luol Deng is the definition of a gamer. He averaged over 38 minutes a game over the last 5 seasons with the Bulls. Played with a fractured thumb, torn ligaments in his wrist. He always goes all out at both ends every time he's on the court.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, he's right there at about 71% from the line this season. He's probably somewhere below where he'd like to be.
He's had trouble putting up the same numbers from the foul line that he put up last season.
Spurs leading by 6. Parker kicks to Green. Feeds to Duncan. Parker against Dragic. Here's Diaw. Soft touch off the glass.
And when you talk about the physical toll for Deng playing those long minutes, tremendous discipline and dedication to keep his body ready to go. You know, his hard work and leadership has to be missed by the Bulls on and off the court.
Here's Wade. Boris Diaw picking up that last basket. Whiteside kicks to Bosh. Poke loose. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Now when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And he wasn't really a flashy passer like a lot of the great playmakers you think of, but just always in control. Kind of an old school game, but one that was tremendously successful over the course of his almost 2 decades with the Utah Jazz.
Now here's Anderson. 5 points in the game. Pass to Duncan. It's stolen by Dang. Wade dishes to Bosh. And it's Dang in the corner. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. And that's 13 points for Luol Deng. And for Deng, back in the 2013 playoffs, he tried to practice through complications from a spinal tap. You don't hear that very often. That was a life-threatening condition.
And Kevin, he was unhappy with his care during that incident and said nobody from the Bulls checked up on him at the hospital. So I think that cast a real cloud over their ensuing contract negotiations.
The Heat trail by 9. Outside Dragic. Dishes to Bosch. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Lou All-Day. He's averaging 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, I think, guys, when you look overall at his contributions.
Yeah, and he's always looking to raise his game, and that's what you see in his consistency. One of the important characteristics that he brings to the table.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
And let's get a look at a group of point guards who have been rolling in the second half of the season with some very important and impressive point totals. Fifth is Tony Parker.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in the league. To see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, it's wacko. That's sort of the era we're in right now, though. A point guard who consistently takes things into his own hands is far more common than it used to be. Some people may not like it, but that's the way of the modern NBA. Change is inevitable, and I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
Bosch with the bucket.
How huge has he been, giving his team the lift?
Without his work offensively, Steve, I don't know where they'd be. Shooting at great efficiency, I don't think they'd have a chance without him.
Now here's Parker. 11 points in the game. He kicks it to Diaw. Anderson outside. 6 to shoot. Parker passes to Duncan. Miami grabs the miss. Wade's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Parker against Dragic. Bosch, a screen on Parker. Dragic kicks to Bosch. Green with the rebound.
And that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution.
Pass to Diaw. There's the feed to Parker. Spurs working the ball around now. Anderson dishes to Diaw. Up and in on the layup. Diaw's got 5 now. The Heat trail by 9. Here's Bosch. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
Now here's Parker. To the left wing. Anderson inside. He's covered by Deng. Parker's shot is off. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Deng goes in. Right side, kicks to Wade. Outside Bosch. Stolen by Anderson. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. It's stolen by Wade. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Rockets just got the ball.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
San Antonio leading by 5. Parker with it. 11 points in the game. Duncan with a screen on deck. Screen by Duncan. Anderson passes to Diaw. Into Tim Duncan. Cuts off the pass. Wade outside. That's the Heat on the break. Wade with the ball. They get it back. Tries it again. And he can't bank that one in. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Parker with it. Wade picks him up. Parker against Bosch. And Diaw kicks to Duncan. Anderson a screen on deck. Shot clock at 5. Green, no luck.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Outside Bosch. Stolen by Anderson. Fast break, here we go. It's tipped. Stolen by Bosch. Here's Dragic. 9 points in the game so far. Bosch, a screen on Parker. Dragic dishes to Bosch. From downtown. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there, and now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted something to change out there.
Josh McRoberts has checked in for Miami. Then for the Spurs. Splitter has checked in for Duncan. And it's Ginobili in for Green. And Ginobili, here we go, to the middle, stolen by Bosch. Dragic against Ginobili. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. The basket good off the assist from Wade. And 11 points for Goran Dragic.
D-Wade with an excellent pass there.
Spurs leading by 3.
Dwayne Wade over the last 4 years adjusted beautifully to playing off the ball alongside LeBron James, and that was not easy for him. He actually became one of the game's best cutters during that time. Now back to his old ways, playing with the ball in his hands a lot more. Should suit him well.
Dragic against Parker. Dragic the pass to Day. Dragic kicks to Wade. Banked in off the glass. Wade's got his second bucket of the game to go. And Wade still a dynamite finisher around the rim. One of the league's preeminent slashers.
Yeah, he's extremely productive in the pick and roll, able to score and make plays for others with his outstanding vision.
Now here's Parker. He's got 11. Diaw inside. Rick Roberts there. And that one's good. Parker.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
Here's Wade following the score by Tony Parker. Finished off the break. And it's a 5-point Spurs lead. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for San Antonio?
Boy, they're hounding, harassing. Effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they're doing, Clark, is scoring a lot of points off turnovers, forcing mistakes and cashing in.
Spurs leading by 3. In the corner, it's Ginobili. Looking for Splitter. He gets it there. Diaw dishes to Parker. Clock at 6. Anderson passes to Splitter. Stolen by Bosch. In transition, here comes Miami. Stolen by Anderson. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Stolen by Wade. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Tiago. goes Splitter. That's foul number 2 for him. Chris Anderson is checked in for Miami. Napier comes in for Dwayne Wade. Then for the Spurs, Bellinelli comes in for Anderson. And it's Mills in for Parker. Here is McRoberts, averaging 6 points per contest. That's good.
This has been a different kind of game here in the second half. I thought both clubs a little slow in the first.
No question, but they're really going at it now.
Now here's Ginobili. Mills in the corner. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Let's take a moment now, Kevin, to see how the Spurs are doing in the NBA statisticals currently. Tops in scoring. First in assists. And they're also number 1 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. An aggressive team that ball hawks very effectively.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. And this is a club that works well together. They get great looks. And they'll also score in transition.
That free throw, no good.
So far in the game for Mills, 10 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Now, a lot of times, he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Boris Diaw. Now here's Dang. 13 points in the game. To the inside. There's the pick. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you're losing, you've got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have.
And it's tied up with that one. Now Mills. He's got 11. Passes it to Ginobili. Stolen by Anderson. On the wing, Dang. Bellinelli is covering, and they take the lead. 15 points for Luol Deng. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Teams value the 3 so much nowadays. Let's check out the best at it. Number 1, the Spurs.
Now the three-point shot has become probably the most important weapon in their arsenal. And look at the numbers. I mean, that's amazing.
The Spurs have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game.
Well, how about the numbers for this club? As a team, 79% from the free throw line this year.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
That one is no good.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
From the arc. Goes back up. Bellinelli pulls it in.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Ginobili kicks to Mills. He dishes it to Splitter. Count! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. McRoberts. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Heat making a change here. Haslam's checked in for San Antonio. They've gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line. That one misses for Splitter. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. There's 1:26 left to play in the third. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Ginobili kicks to Mills. He feeds it to Bonner. Bellinelli dishes to Ginobili. It counts, and the foul. That's on Goran Dragic.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
That is good from Ginobili. The Heat trail by 4. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, guys, common wisdom among players is that it's better to be an unrestricted free agent than a restricted one. However, a recent study found that comparable players ended up making more money in restricted free agencies. Teams know they have to overpay to avoid a player's team matching that offer. Kevin?
Oh, some good examples from this offseason, Doris. Great job, thanks.
Yeah, the contracts given to Chandler Parsons and Gordon Hayward come to mind. I mean, both were able to command max salaries despite not yet being star caliber.
Ginobili can't get that one to fall. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Napier. Bellinelli is covering. Anderson's shot is off. The Spurs have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Ginobili kicks to Mills. They set the pick. Back to Ginobili. The 3. The shot is off. It could go, and it would have counted. Fallen, but it's offline. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Spurs lead by 1. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.
Coming up this Wednesday night, April 1st, Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers take on LaMarcus Aldridge and the Portland Trailblazers. You don't want to miss it.
San Antonio leading. On the court for San Antonio. Mills at point with Bellinelli. They're the backcourt. Bonner is out there with Green. And it's Baines in at the center. Here's Mills. And it's Baines missing. Here's Napier. Covered by Mills. Napier passes to Wade. Over to the left wing. Napier kicks to Wade. Good ball movement here by Miami. Outside, good. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
Yeah, nobody giving up any ground either way, fellas. Man, don't be surprised if this comes down to the final possession. It just kind of has that feel tonight, doesn't it?
Here's Mills. Here's Bellinelli. Kicks it to Bonner. Now the pass to Green. And here's Mills for 3, and he gets it to go.
Wow, what a big three-pointer. And if he's got his shooting stroke going, he could be the closer for them in this game.
Pass to Napier. A leaner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 8th assist in the game. And for the Spurs, their shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Mills dishes to Bellinelli. Here is Bonner. Feeds it to Mills. Just 5 to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Bellinelli. And right on target. Good. Now here's Wade. Now the dish to Dang. Knocked loose. And that's out of bounds, Miami. Miami will retain possession. And the Heat with some changes. Chris Bosh is checked in for Haslem. And it's Dragic in for Napier. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Bosh heads the pick for Dragic. Dishes to Bosh. 6 on the shot clock. A finish. And it's blocked by Dang. Hope they get it back. Another shot. And Green with the basket on the assist by Mills. And it's a 4-point Spurs lead.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Now here's Wade. Bosh a screen on Green. Shot clock at 6. Green against Wade. Too long on the shot. Spurs leading by 4. Mills passes to Bellinelli. He kicks to Mills. They double him with Dang. Pass to Bellinelli. The feed to Bonner. Just his first attempt. And it's San Antonio with another. And here's Wade. Passes it to Dang. Here's Whiteside. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offense. Glass getting it done.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Here's Mills. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Baines. Wide open. It's hauled in by the Heat. Bosh has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Dang. Green with the block. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. The Spurs making a switch here. San Antonio leading by 4. Ginobili kicks to Green. Duncan at the elbow. Unloads from 13, and he nails the jumper. Heat have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Bosch hits the pick for Dragic. He dishes it to Dang. Whiteside kicks to Bosch. He feeds it to Wade. 6 to shoot. The shot misses. Great D that time from Green.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And the pass to Duncan. Duncan right side. Off target on the 15-footer. The Heat trail by 6. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. They get it again. Outside Dang. Beyond the arc. And that one's good.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Parker with it. Kicks to Green. Back to Parker. Got a piece of it. Drains it from 17 feet out.
That's really set them apart today, guys. That success from the mid-range.
Well, these are two teams that clearly you've seen the difference in offensive philosophies here.
Now here's Dragic. Outside Dang. Shoots from the elbow. Rebounded by the Spurs. Duncan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Spurs leading by 5. Parker outside. Ginobili dishes to Bonner. Outside Green. It's Parker with the drive.
What a game for Tony Parker. He has 17 points, and his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
Well, and he's got this team in such a good groove right now. The way he's moving the ball and passing, getting everybody involved, they're in a great flow.
The first free throw is good. Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs. Tony Parker drops them both. The Heat trail by 7. Dang kicks to Wade. Back to Dang. Right side, the pass to Dang. Out left to the wing. Dives for it. Rocket 6. It's stolen by Duncan. Here's Green. Nice D from Dang.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. There's Dragic with the 3.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second.
Parker with it. Wade picks him up. Pass to Duncan. Duncan left side. And it's Miami with the rebound. Outside Dang. That's in coming off an assist from Dragic. And that's 20 points for Luol Deng. San Antonio leading by 5. Parker outside. Green kicks to Duncan. Back to Green. Goes up on the wing. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Feeds to Duncan. Spurs working the ball around now. The dish to Ginobili. Lets it go from deep. And it's Dragic with the rebound. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Pass to Parker. Green dishes to Diaw. Goes back up. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
The Heat trail by 8. Outside Dragic. Dishes it to Wade. Bosh a screen on Green. Wade kicks to Whiteside. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Spurs leading by 8. And Parker, here we go. Diaw. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 8 here in this one already. The Heat have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Dragic kicks to Bosh. The feed now to Whiteside. That's good.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
Now Parker. He kicks it to Ginobili. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. And the Spurs with possession. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And count it, 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. It's going to be Parker shooting. They get Hassan Whiteside. Tony Parker, no good on that one.
Now, guys, we've talked before about the great point guards we see in the league right now, and I think they all do it a little differently. You see the speedsters like John Wall or Ty Lawson. You see the guys who have the speed and the strength, a la Westbrook or Rose. The solid guys like Holiday. How about the three-point? Shooting whizzes who also play point. Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry. Just makes for so many great matchups at that point guard spot when you look around the league.
Well, they were getting tired out there. A quick timeout gives them an opportunity to catch their breath.
And the Heat call time here. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He's not pleased with the careless turnovers offensively, saying, listen, we've got to get shots. It's as simple as that. We have to play smart and value the basketball. Kevin did it sink in.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Now, here's Joseph. Pass to Baines. 6 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Allen for the three. And it's Wade with the rebound. Wade's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here is Bonner. He's covered by Deng. 1:56 left here in the fourth quarter. That's good. And the Spurs lead by 15.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
Now here's Wade. Left side Bosch. Back to Wade. That drops.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Spurs leading by 13. And here is Joseph. Bonner passes to Joseph. He feeds it to Bonner. Lets it go from deep. That's good. Bonner's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance an impressive win for the Spurs.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
Yeah, I thought the subs came in and did an outstanding job, Kevin. Those points off the bench were huge.
And the one thing that stood out about these guys all season long, their resiliency to come out and play hard and win games. We've watched some epic battles that they've played, and tonight will mark their 64th win in the year. Something else.
This win will give them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer.
Yeah, Steve, it'll mean a lot to them just the same, though. Anytime you go undefeated against an opponent, that's a sweet feeling.
And you see the contributions from the role players on the team, and boy, what a game it was for Parker. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide.
And he gets it to go.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Here's Bellinelli. He's covered by Deng, and Baines kicks to Joseph. And the pass to Bellinelli. Releases. That one rolling around and rims out.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Dragic gets the bucket.
This run probably just a case of too little too late.
But at least they're still going after it and playing hard. It would have been very easy to throw in the towel a while ago.
Here's Joseph. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan Player of the Game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Tony, congratulations on the victory tonight. You made a lot of things happen out here on the court to get everyone involved.
It's the whole team. It's not just me. The whole team did great. We played great defense. And in offense, we moved the ball, took good shots. We were shooting the ball well.
Tony, thanks for the time. Guys, always a humbleness to this group.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Tony Parker.
Just because it's the middle of the night, that don't mean I won't hunt you down. 'Cause something deep inside is pulling me and I want you now. You and I should be getting along. Ain't no sense in you roaming around. If I can't have you, nobody can. There's an animal speaking that'll hunt you down. So baby, my love is calling. Hey baby, my love is calling. Hey baby, my love is calling. Hey baby, my love is calling. It's on my TV, and I hope you know that look in my eye.